Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Dead End here in City Skylines, where guys, I've been playing around with the traffic issue, feel like I may have solved it. I still don't understand the game and it's hurting my brain, but if you are enjoying it, please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. But we've been having some many issues recently with this DLC, Airports DLC and the industrial side of things. For the life of me, I couldn't quite figure out what was going down. We had traffic for days, I did some bypass routes, we've alleviated a lot of the issues, but at the end of it, right, I can't get imports, trains driving in. It says cargo trains can import and export goods from here. The first one before export says import, and I can't get it in, which for some reason I can't, I don't know why. And with us not having the ability to do so means to get the goods importing in, they drive in, which is causing my, overall traffic issues. A lot of you guys gave me some suggestions to improve it, some changes. I did try a load of them, and the only one that really worked, what I basically did was I loaded the game up, I tried a bunch of fixes, see which one worked, then I didn't save it so I can show you guys on camera. The only one that worked, and I've tried this in other games and it doesn't work in other games, is if, right, for example, this cargo station, if I deleted this, right, so goodbye all those trains, and I place down, and it makes no sense for me right now. If I place down this, I'm just going to ANI key it in, there we go. Train line, bring this down, go diagonal for the connect, bring you to here, connect in. So they're both connected, all jazzy. If I do that, right, it takes a while to kind of work, but they can drive the goods onto there, and then a train will drive all the way around and import. Like, what? Yeah, I know. It sounds ridiculous, and that solves the issue, and the traffic starts to die down. Like, what is going on? Now, in my head, right, okay, if it's like this, I get it, because, Seniac, it's because this is an airport hub. It's, you're meant to be able to, you only use this if you want to import goods into the airport. Right, I get it, fine. If that's the case, it is what it is. But then, as soon as you build the cargo airport, it makes all of these cargo train terminals redundant. It means you don't need them. So what's the point in having them? They should be able to simultaneously work together. They're cargo stations where trains go in. You see where I'm going with this? It's so freaking annoying. I don't get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that in. Right, vehicles will go import there, and I'll replace all the other ones just to kind of show you exactly how it goes down. Now, the only actual other one, believe it or not, the only other cargo train station I have in this whole map right now is this one here. All the other stations are linked to an airport. It's either linked to the harbour, linked to a harbour, to another harbour over here. Cargo, we have a cargo airport just down there. Oh no, tell a lie, sorry, we've got this one here, but it's linked to that harbour there, so it doesn't really matter about that. And we have this one over here, and this one linked to the harbour. It's not linked to the main network, because obviously they can ship it over, and then train it to wherever they need to get to. So that is my only other one. Now, just take a look at the traffic right now. We have, obviously, traffic backed up coming all the way in, right? And we have a little bit of traffic now starting to build up on the roundabout that might potentially start leading backwards. That's where we have the traffic, so bear that in mind. I'm going to quickly now delete this, so goodbye, it was nice to know you, and get you in. Now, I don't like this. If this is how it is, I'm going to be honest with you right now, I am not a fan. I don't like this. I don't think it should be like this. Now, I really want to believe this is not how it is, and I really want to believe there is some issue going on within this city that's not allowing me to kind of run it to its full potential or whatnot. I don't know what that issue may be. But if this is how it is, you have to replace all your other cargo, stations if you want to run cargo to the airport, then I don't like this. I really don't like this. Now, I could be completely wrong. And it could be like, yeah, you can still have all the original cargo stations, but it's only if you want to run cargo to the airport, meaning you have to kind of create a little transfer hub of some sort or something like that. But what's the point? What's the point? If you can't use both, you can only use one. You build your whole city, and once you can afford airports, you then got to spend a ton of money to replace all your cargo stations with airport cargo. I don't know. I ultimately assume it depends on what you want to do with it. If, for example, you were just using cargo or trains to get cargo to, for example, out the region, or maybe to a cargo hub like this where there's no other way to go, then yeah, don't place an airport hub. These will be perfectly fine. So in that sense, you can kind of see how you would use the two if you can't use them together. Same for over here. It makes sense there. But if you're predominantly utilizing a way to connect it to a airport, then if that's how it has to be, I feel like they made a boo-boo. But straight away, you can see a train coming in. So technically this train has come from Las Vegas, but at the end of the day, we've never seen another train enter the region. We've never seen a train enter a region like that. So, yeah. They're now getting on. Where's this train heading to? So that's now exporting out of the region. You know, like it would normally do. Very good, very good, very good. I'm just going to wait for some of this to now start coming together. So it'll take a minute or two because I've literally now just told the whole region, yo, how you were doing it, scrap that. Now do it like this. So airport traffic is still pretty much the same as what it was. But I do expect this to slowly die down. So I'm going to give it about 5 minutes. But I couldn't really wait any longer because you can quite evidently see the backlog is now down to here rather than all the way up around the roundabout. So it's coming down. It's definitely coming down right now. Wait, hold on. Hold on. There's a passenger train coming down here. What's going on with this? Why is there a passenger? Wait, you can't bring passengers in. Yo, you're bringing the wrong type of cargo right now. What are you doing? So they're transporting passengers to Springwood. Oh, I think they're using this as a U-turn, aren't they? Ah, okay. We might have an issue somewhere down the line with that right now. But, that's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious right now. But, right. Okay. So they're bringing goods in. That train is now going from here to all the way over to here. So it can take goods from the airport train station to places where, you know, you can do the shipping. That kind of works. Game likes to blow your boy's mind. But yeah, very interesting. The backlog is slowly creeping down. It's slowly creeping down. So we've seen one import going in. We're just now waiting to see if we can spot a few additional ones. So go into the cargo hub, which is the shipping area. Returning to facility. Where's the facility? The owner of it is the cargo train station, which is here. So that train is actually coming all the way back. So it left there. Now it's returning back. So it works. Who would have thought, guys? I still don't get it. I still don't claim to understand it. But who would have thought? Not me. There you go. Train coming in. So now we have the ability to... Hang on, is this doing the same thing? No, that's going to the cargo hub. So now we have the ability to bring trains back in. This is why the traffic is now heavily reducing. Because they don't all have to drive in. I know. Don't even talk to me right now. Your boy is triggered. But that's now taking it to the cargo airport hub, which is the one up here. It's annoying, isn't it? It's actually so freaking annoying right now. I still can't get my head around it. Now, these guys are utilizing this, and he is taking it to the cargo airport hub. So they're able to go everywhere and anywhere, but all of a sudden, now, like, they ain't got... It's so annoying. It's so annoying, but it's working. We're reducing the traffic's only to here right now. So that'll be all pretty much gone, and it will be just the normal stuff. So the actual City Park Airport got 41 flights pretty much scheduled. Oh my goodness me. Apparently, I still can't figure this out. Somebody said to kind of de-zone and rezone the whole airport, which probably a good idea, but I don't want to touch it just yet. I don't want to break potentially anything. I'm scared. But then it means I can then delete all of this. Delete that bit there. And maybe I could run a road going all the way up to there as well into like... Ooh, I don't know. Ooh. Will I cross it over there? Nah, that will create too much traffic going down here then, wouldn't it? Leave it as it is, boy. Leave it as it is. With but that said, can we now continue the expansions in Crude? It would be quite nice, wouldn't it? It would be quite nice. So let's do that then. So I feel like we're getting back to normal. We're getting back on track right now. We've had a little bit of a hissy fit, and your boys calm down. So, trees. Tree roads. Trees. Now, the land drops down here, so you got to be careful what you're doing here. It does slowly drop down here too, but I feel like there's room for maneuvering. I want to run like another main-ish style road around, which will probably bring it off this. And I want to bring it off on a slight angle. So I'll bring it out by a 15. And then I'm going to run that to about there. So if I delete that back by 1, and then where does the bend take place? It's going to be a 13 by a 13 straight in. And then what we're going to utilize then is the normal kind of like side street style roads to kind of create what we want to create. So I'm going to come out by a 5, and then should I do like a 10 or a 5? Let's do 7 by 7. You know, we don't utilize different numbers often enough. 7 by 7, and then we can almost run a road down, but we'll bring this to here. And I wonder if the connection tool will allow me to create a subpar connection from here to here. No, it won't. Fine game. But I'll definitely be able to create one here anyway. So we can do a nice little bit of a wiggle. Wiggle. Just like that. Just create a nice little kind of like neighborhood style in a way, isn't it? That's pretty much what it is. I'm using these same roads coming out. So a 10 and a 10. Come out by a 5. We'll bend that round. But predominantly, what I'm trying to do right now is extend the area. So bending that round. And then straight in. So this in itself, a 6 by a 6 and straight in. And I'm just trying to kind of connect the roads up and just kind of create something. That's something I don't know just yet. But I'm trying to create something. So a 10 by 10. So it creates that little end piece. And then we can come off this with maybe a couple of cul-de-sacs. Or just literally end it like this without going any further. And treat them as the cul-de-sacs in many ways. Now you could argue, what about a connection here? But I want to keep this all free-flowing for the roundabout style. But I am willing to put down some paths to kind of get it all connected as much as we can and much as we would like. So getting you connected to there. Is that even touching? It is now. So standard procedure just there, mate. And then here. Do a little bit of a wiggle going down to here. We'll do a little bit of a crossroad here as well. And get it connected there. So the crossroad side of it. Cancel that. Put it just there. So they can at least cross over and walk this way. So everywhere is good to go. Good to go, boys. Good to go. Nice. So, a little bit of residential demands we got. But again, we'll drop down some commercial first. So commercial to here. We'll paint the commercial going up to there and there because that's like the main road in and out of the area. We'll do some commercial around by the train station and here to utilize, and we'll do it here as well, make it a whole little shopping district. And then we'll drop it like, you know, some smaller stores localized. I think that will be fine, that just one, because to get out of this area anyway, they've got to go past the commercial as it is. There we go. So painting all this down. La dee da dee da. All in. Very good. Very good, very good, very good. Around just here. I won't go the full hog in terms of the closeness. I'll even scrap that one just there. We'll leave it like that. So that's good. That's really good. So I want to play down some trees. Make it look a little bit nicer. Especially these little walkways and stuff like that. So, drop these down right now. So, yeah, it's a lot of trees, but I always say this. The buildings will eventually cover it all up. So, these will be like a little bit of a natural sound barrier or whatnot. So, yeah, it's a lot of trees, but the buildings, once fully zoned and placed in, they will slowly start to delete the trees. Once they start to grow. So that'll add a little bit more to this area. Again, we're still trying to push 100,000 residents. I feel like it's quite difficult to do it in this city, which is kind of hilarious. But not bad, not bad, not bad. So that'll bring more people to Crude anyway. Give us some more stuff going on. And then we just kind of have to like maybe, because it's all predominantly like residential and commercial, we do have to kind of like start thinking about a little bit industrial, maybe down here wouldn't go amiss. But what about I mean, we've got hospital, but like the elder care up here, I feel like this is like a retirement area. I do get those vibes. So we'll place one in. I'll place it in kind of here, where we utilize the most and the majority of the space. Oh, did I zone it with water? No. Sorry, guys. I'm not even giving you... you know, let's rename this place Drought. But a little bit of elder care just there. Now, we're going to squeeze another one in. Should I bring it down by the hospital? Would that be asking for too much? Trying to get it on an area where we got a bit of space. Now, do you know what? No, we'll keep it for there. That one for now. Childcare. I won't do childcare in this area, but we'll drop down like a few of additional buildings. What about like a community pool? A yoga garden seems nice. That seemed like it could be like a nice little retreat over in one of these areas. Maybe just drop it there, surrounded by the trees. And let's actually as well upgrade. So how do I do it again? How do you... There you go. Upgrade the road of the trees here to the one that we just added in, to palm trees. Because that is the vibe we've got going on around these mean streets of Crude. Nice. How many people use the train station, by the way? 0? How many people just got on that train? 179. Wow, that's a lot of people. How can you say nobody uses it? So, not bad then. So, we should start to see a little bit of traffic as they kind of bring in people in general. But this is not too shabby. Trains left, right, and centre. I'm liking it. Are we still looking good? I'm scared. Oh, we got a nice little bit of demand of vehicles heading into this area. See, now you got this kind of stuff up. You get traffic in areas you don't remember you used to get in. Oh, did I see some traffic down here? Ooh, okay. So you got a little bit of traffic now building back up again. So maybe it comes in waves. Maybe that's what kind of happens. It just kind of like slowly approaches in waves right now. I mean, I know we have like a lot of 71 flights trying to get into the area. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's the issue right now. A little bit of demand coming down to here. So these are actually getting onto here. So why are they not bringing the trains? Is it because it's quicker to drive, do you reckon? Because the train's got to go all the way up and around? I don't know. It's still a minefield right now. It's still a minefield. So I reckon it just comes in waves. Because we did clearly see that we solved it, and now it's slowly coming back. Interesting one, boys. It's a very interesting one. Something we'll truly never understand. Never understand, boys. Anyway, I'm focusing on this. So, right, let's take a look. Is any traffic lights on? No. So we're good to flow into these areas. It's quite calm and relaxing around here, to be honest with you, isn't it? It is quite calm and relaxing. Slowly building up. We've got ships passing through. So how are we doing? What seems to be the issue right now? Is it a case of everybody wants to go to the same stand? Not really. But, oh, really? 61 flights to that one stand? Do you reckon I needed a bigger airport for this kind of type of capacity? Do you reckon that's what it was? And that's what I need? Maybe. Should I implement... If they're predominantly going over to use this to go to other areas, do you reckon I should implement the other station that we originally had here? Maybe I just... Do you know what it could be as well? I just don't have... Oh, that was weird. I just don't have the capacity for the amount of traffic that I truly have coming in. Maybe it could be I just need more to up the capacity side of it. That's probably going to cause issues on this roundabout right now, but I'm hoping it might share the traffic. That could be interesting, couldn't it? It might share the traffic. Trains are tearing through. Everybody now wants to get onto here. It's like, well, where are you now going to? Oh, it's returning to facility. That could have been the original vehicles before I started changing all of the lines. Yeah. It's a complicated system, boys. It's a complicated system right now. But we'll see what happens. I might have started causing more issues. It could be a case of maybe I need to replace... Oh, that could be a thing. Do you reckon I need to replace this cargo airport with another cargo airport? Like the ones that you build in the airport DLC? And then same for this side to then really disperse the traffic? It could... I mean, that could be another issue too. But I'm starting to think maybe I fixed it with the trains, but that's then caused more demand for planes. So it's like, we're back to square one, boys. We're back to square one. But where are you going? So you're now coming out. You're transporting to cargo hub all the way over. Oh, port. Oh, so you can bring goods down here. Ah. I just truly believe we just have a lot of demand. So everybody get onto there. We're probably predominantly trying to get over to this area. Or even this area. So, yeah. If I had the trains interconnecting, then you wouldn't have so much vehicle traffic. But then you'll have more vehicle traffic for like these type of stations and whatnot. So, you can't win. You truly can't win. But now, hopefully dividing the amount of vehicle traffic coming to here, it'll be interesting to see what happens when a train comes off this station. Where that is then going to try and head to. So, it's also, now vehicles are also coming out, it's returning to the oil pump area. So that's got to try and travel over here, which is going to then cause traffic backed up on this roundabout as well. Again, you can't win. I can't win in this situation. Because I can't get the vehicles in this quick enough. But I've done it. I've replaced it. They're utilising, they're pumping, they're moving and shaking. That's going to a cargo hub all the way up here. We're doing exactly everything that we potentially can. And now I'm starting to think I don't have the capacities for that, big man. That's what I'm truly starting to think. But I want to see a train generate here and head out. Because I truly want to see where it goes to. Now, I can't have this happening where the main road in is the big bulkiness. I might have to change the whole approach on this as well. To keep this free for this. But it all depends on where that train's going. That's what I mean. It all depends on where that train's going. So I can't do anything. I can't make a decision until this has generated a train and the train starts moving. But that's reducing. The road coming this way is reducing as vehicles starting to go that way. But it'll just mean backlog of them trying to get out. Right, today, please. I mean, I could have like a road that kind of enters this oil area if all of this is predominantly oil. Is it all oil vehicles? It is. So the oil industry is wanting to bring goods to here. So if that's the case, then I can maybe sort something out with having a little bypass road to get over and out so they can avoid the roundabout. But that traffic's decreasing. It's starting to decrease. I'm believing it comes in waves. Because if it's decreasing here, which will free this roundabout up, which will make all this flow in a bit quicker. Oh, wait, hold on. Some of them are bypassing to go down this lane to kind of go round and in to do the left, which means it's industry traffic. But that's what I created this for. But for some peeps, if they're coming over here, they'll go that way. That's not all train traffic. They're just getting caught up in the train traffic. Ah. I gotcha. Yeah, I believe it comes in waves then. We're on the edge. But it's generated a train anyway, which is going to the cargo hub of over here. There you go. So it will bring it over to there. Which is bringing oil over, isn't it? Do we have any recent vehicles that were oil? Well, I'm assuming it's all going to be oil anyway. I'm assuming it's going to be... Oh, it's created another train. That one's got a lot of oil on that. Okay, that's exporting outside of the region. So that's mainly the oil train that was going out. Gotcha, boys. So we're now seeing this now starting to reduce again, which obviously this is backed up for so long. Do you reckon I should... Because some of them were trying to use this to kind of lead out. Do you reckon I should kind of slightly bulk this up a bit more? So if I upgraded to there... And if I said, like, yeah, that's the lane to turn off, but here you can go straight, bam, bam. Here you're going straight just so they don't get caught up in their lanes. Here you're going straight. So if they were truly wanting to go down that second lane, like these vehicles are doing now, to obviously make that left turn to enter here, do what they've got to do, I'm allowing them to use the left-hand lane to funnel down. Yes, I'm then risking the ability of backing this up, thus then causing people who want to go straight ahead to have some issues. But I'm reducing this outer layer going in. So it can only be a good thing, right? It can only be a good thing. They seem to, on this bridge... start, which is valuable space that we can utilize as well to bring in an extra couple of vehicles, and then you can kind of see what kind of demands we got coming on this side, and then we can understand then what the true length of this backlog is. So if that's the only issue we've got now coming in, yes, that will eventually keep building up if we're not funneling them out quick enough. But it's not coming from this direction no more. We've got this, which is like a nice even point. That's now leaving out, going to the cargo hub of over here. You know, you have these moments where you think you understand it. You think you know what's going down. But at the same time, you have no freaking clue of what's going down right now. You have no clue. But we've got these little systems in place. So it'll be interesting to see if this backlog is slowly creeping down. Because before, that also included vehicles wanting to get into the oil industry. So now we've kind of divided it slightly. Things are changing. Things are slowly changing. Right, another train. Oh, that one's going in that direction. Okay. So this one is going to the cargo hub of over here as well. And there's a third one just coming out, where it's going outside of the region. So yeah, we're finding it handy in many ways. GG, everybody. GG. So it's just a case of, obviously, can't get them in here quick enough. that backlog is coming down. So once that clears all this, it's slowly dying down again. So maybe it just comes in waves. Maybe because it's so backed up right now, it's just all the vehicles returning to the facility. This is something else. But again, I wonder if, now I've got that added in, the majority of them will come via train. Only time will tell. It's a lot better. Again, remember, I haven't turned despawn off. It's currently no despawning. So, you know, this is the traffic. So, the fact that we don't have the issues as last time shows that we've made some serious progressions. And we might have, I wouldn't say solved it, but we might be there. We might be getting there. We might be getting there. So how is this new area of crude now coming along? We're doing all right still. We're doing all right. We are. It's all nicely built up. We've got the elder care in as well. So elder care users in the city 68. We're still struggling to grow the population, which is interesting. But maybe that it's just becoming an older kind of population. What are these guys complaining about right now? Not enough goods to sell. So, oh, maybe that's like with all the issues and the effects that we've got coming in. Do you think we're having issues with importing goods? Yo, what happened? What happened? Oh, they've all decided to come this way. Oh, that might now be an issue. That they've all decided to come this way. They might then prefer this one over this one. That was crazy. That was crazy. I was going to say, where are they all gone? But they literally went round the roundabout to come down here. Now, you've got to hope that this goes down evenly as well. Otherwise, it's just going to back up. And then we'll have, instead of having the backup issue coming out of here, it's coming out of here. So, yeah. It can work in mysterious ways. But we understand the issues around this region with getting vehicles in and out. So where have they come from? They've come from the raw mineral storage, which is the ore industry, the oil industry, oil, forestry, exporting planed timber, another cargo hub, oil industry. So a lot of it's oil related. So I don't know or don't understand why they won't bring something in this way. Now, could I hopefully help them reduce? Do you reckon it's like from these? Because obviously for them it's quicker to go out this way. They could go that way, but that's a nice little route. But do you reckon I should be having like another export area with inside? That will kind of aid them. Thus taking the edge off of this one side as well. I'll let this do what it's got to do and just see where the backup comes from. Because this is now free. The airport is now free, basically. And if that keeps backing up, and we truly need to understand where we can improve these situations. Can you do speed limits on the train tracks? So if I said that this was like a 60, because what I'm truly believing now is there might be landing, driving out to go over to there, so the trains haven't got to travel this way round. I don't know, but again, it'll be interesting to see the differences. But it's kind of been stable. It ain't building too much around the roundabout. We might have found that level playing field, that nice balance, but it's looking like nobody wants to use this right now. No one's really ultimately coming in unless vehicles from here come in. That's dipping down a little bit. But at the same time, the airport is so overloaded. We need a bigger airport or a second airport. Now, let me know what you guys think about that. Should I build a second airport to be able to handle the demands? And if I was to do it, I would basically be replacing this one over here. And I can even do a third one and replace this one. But, again, big but, the reason everything seems so settled right now is because we're bottlenecking the goods coming in via plane here. If I expanded this airport right now and added like 10 more stands, more goods are coming in. But there's issues. I've got to solve them. So vehicles are coming in anyway, so they can still use this. It's not a problem. That, as long as this doesn't back up onto the roundabout, then I'm okay. But I feel like it is slowly kind of progressing down. So, have we solved it for now? I mean, there's still issues, but I'll take it. I'll take it. What is my traffic like now? 80% flow. Come on. As complex and as crazy as the dead end region is, amazing. Still no people using it. It's still freaking amazing, right? Can I claim this as a small victory? I've been so stressed in the last couple of episodes with this. Can I claim it as a small victory? That's going down. That's going down. Right, that's a full train leaving out to the cargo hub. That's going to Santa Cruz. So my only issue now then is this backlog. So that's up to here. Now, why is it we can't get as many vehicles getting out? Again, it's also down to the fact that it bottlenecks here because then they've got to transport onto ship. But it's a case of understanding where these ships are going to. Like, we've got one going to over here. So then at what point do you then decide this is not enough? At what point do you decide, like, what if I extended the whole train network to be connected? Because now we've got issues over here too. And they'll be doing the same. They'll be bringing goods to there and transferring over. At what point do you decide that this shipping side of it is not good enough? I think now is the obvious route, but would it all be solved if I built a proper cargo airport here with a DLC here, and then had the train lines connect up to this industry and given the ability to fly? Would that solve it? I'll still probably keep the ships in, just to have kind of, take the edge off the whole demands. But that's definitely decreasing. Or is it a case of the traffic was here, I've now moved it, and that same traffic is now over here trying to get back. So they're trying to, that's the remainder of the traffic trying to get out. The traffic it has got out over here is now trying to come back. So it's a wave of back and forth wave. Do you reckon that what it could be as well? Interesting. But I know that this stand here, so many flights wanting to come in. This is not effective. They can't do nothing until this plane is pretty much left. So this is inadequate. This truly is inadequate right now. And what I think I might do, for some reason that all goes that way, if I flip this around, going that way, and then gave the ability for each one of these to kind of exit that way. So they can just easily reverse out. But also have you going up there so they can come in this way and go down. I don't know how much it would change any of this, but I'm trying to give them a few alternative options. Is what I'm trying to do. So that is obviously trying to get to this aircraft stand here. That can't do anything because there's an aircraft there. If I kind of got rid of it just to kind of get some movement on the go. I just wonder if they utilize this a bit more. So that plane was just trying to head out in general. So some movement now happening, but like I said, this airport's not adequate enough right now for the amount of planes leaving. That's all dying down. This, which was... Oh, that's dying down too. Oh, it's all dying down. I don't know how far this was backed up, and if it was backed up even further, I don't know. This is okay over here. Do you reckon we've solved it? Do you reckon we're okay right now? I don't know. Is there speed limits on this? No. Well, if there was, I could have made this a bit quicker. So that is... That's got no cargo, so no Breno. You're coming in with no... You've got cargo coming in. You've got no cargo coming in. I'm just going to delete them just to kind of get some movement on the go. What are you waiting for? Alright, get rid of you to allow this plane to kind of come in. But yeah, now understanding the DLC mode, I mean, if I was to build the airport again, would not put it here. Because I fully know there is no room. But yeah, a little bit more movement now heading around. A little bit more movement. So this is interesting. I feel like I've learned a lot more about the trains and the airport DLC this episode than anything I've ever done so far before. Still blows my mind to this day. It really does. So we understand then, these airport cargo, where are they gone? Like these airport cargo stations, they can import and export goods. They can. They 100% can. Because we've seen it happen. But they also can export to cargo harbours. So the goods can be transferred. And that's why we don't see as much traffic right now, because they're all using trains. But even though we can import the goods, to be honest with you, I'm not really seeing that many imports. I still don't feel like I'm seeing the imports. I still feel like you can't import. You might get the odd one or two that do it. But I still truly feel like they're not importing. Oh, there's a lot of traffic around here now, isn't there? Now, why is that? Where are you going? Are you trying to drive down here? Are you trying to get to here? Let me see these routes. You're trying to get to there. So obviously I'm diverting them and then making them use the roundabout. But that's not good for business. This area's not good. I mean, I might have to extend it further down. But anyway, we understand. But I still feel like we're not seeing any imports into these stations. They say they can import, but when they say they can import, do they mean they can import via vehicle? Because I've got this one looped and there's nothing coming in. But either way, whatever's happening right now, it seems to be working. So I'm not going to question it. Oh, that backlog's died down as well. Okay. So now it's at 81% traffic flow. So that backlog's died down. I think it's kind of solved itself. I think it's still feeling the effects. Because we got no despawning, it's still feeling the effects of the original backlog. And now we've kind of created these systems, things are moving. If it does come in waves, we might then start seeing an import wave at some point. Maybe. Who knows? Oh, they're now using this too, so that frees up this. This airport's starting to look like it's working a bit more. 132 flights. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of planes. And why are they flying in with nothing on? I reckon a lot of those flights backed up in that big 132 list are still from the time when we had all the backlog. They're just still kind of like glitched out, going in the wrong directions. But yeah. Like I said, no imports. No imports. Don't know how I feel about it. But I will end it for here, guys, because I feel like we've kind of semi-solved it. There's still a few issues. One of the big ones is you still can't import, which I still can't understand. Sometimes you do. You get like a rogue train every so often that does import, which makes you feel like you are importing. But it's not. Still don't understand it, but at least with the additional kind of stations dotted around, it's really now enabled me to have the ability to transfer the goods, not have them all heavily rely on the airport, which is causing ultimate traffic. Very good. Done some sweet expansions to crude anyway, so this area is getting slightly bigger. Up to 93,000 on the population too. So that's pretty cool to see. Not as many cargo ships as there used to be, but then again, that's because that's when we had this over here though, wasn't it? Transferring back and forth is quite busy. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens, but at least we can go back to the normal expansions in Dead End anyway. Damn! Things got juicy. But yeah, let me think about having an additional airport. Until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon. So good!